Where are my ladies at? This past week has been nothing but posturing, crying, and yah-yahing for so-called women. From the AOC to the Nancy, and from a soccer player turned squib kicker to a Juno turned male-ish. It's been a week. Let me explain. I'm Katie Petrick, and this is Healthy Republic. Seriously, ladies, where are you? Certainly you're not in our mainstream media news because that's being filled by the loudest, brashest, and now man-claiming of the ladies out there. Let's get to it. Tawanda!
Tawanda.
If you know, you know. Kathy Bates really is superb in fried green tomatoes. 2 thumbs up, Roger Ebert style. But now, to the topic of the day. Where have the ladies gone? We'll get a quick rundown from our celebrities and everyday people before asking where the political ladies are. Don't you worry. Watch until the end and then tell me in the comments which of these non-ladies is the worst representation of being female. I look forward to your creativity. Now we are being told to all climb aboard the transgender train, formerly known as the crazy train, but it's 2020 still and everything must be pushed down your throat. Sorry for the imagery, because capital T truth does not matter to these people. Coming down the tracks is Ellen Page, once a mopey B-rated actress who now wants to go by Elliot Page. The former Ellen wrote on Instagram that she is trans. She's going to use pronouns he, they, and her name is now Elliot. Also, Page has a female partner. Okay, fine, but Elliot, you better get used to living life as a straight white male. But it's Hollyweird, and you are woke, so it won't matter. You can keep acting in whatever science-denying roles float your boat.
That's all I can ask for. Golden.
Golden. Ellen Page, by the way, is still biologically female. Moving on. I didn't address this next lady last week when she was more in the news, but I'm just a poorly and victim-ridden woman, so I get to talk about it whenever I want. Vanderbilt football. Not V for victory, just Y. Vanderbilt University's football team decided to call upon the women's soccer team goalie to be the kicker for the team. Well, for one sort of a kick. Anyway, in their Thanksgiving weekend game. Ever since, she's been in the limelight for her bravery.
At the Tennessee Titans game, another example, David, of girl power as she continues to inspire all the girls and all of us across the country.
Very cool.
But not very cool because she didn't play football. And watching her topple the ball is not inspiring for any woman, much less those who can kick the ball a lot farther and did not run off the field afterward. Here's the so-called kick.
And there she is, wearing number 32, her soccer jersey number, and just 6 days ago was winning an SEC soccer tournament championship in Orange Beach, Alabama. And wouldn't you know it, history is on the field in Columbia, Missouri, as Sarah Fuller is about to put her right foot into a football, speaking volumes to women around the world.
Hold up. You're telling me the kick she's about to do is speaking volumes around the world. This better be a dang good kick.
And the kick down at the 35-yard line, and Sarah Fuller. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, for crimity's sake. Seriously? I'm embarrassed for her. That kick went maybe 27 yards and then rolled. How is that speaking volumes to anything? Fuller spoke more volumes when she lectured the guys in the locker room at halftime. She told Courtney Cronin that she was pissed at how quiet the guys were on the sidelines and how in soccer they are always cheering. As she said to Courtney, I just went in there and I said exactly what I was thinking. Because there's nothing more inspirational than a female being red carpet invited to join the football team less than 1 week prior, getting tons of media coverage, and being touted as something bigger than the team, then lecturing the guys as they are down 21-0 against Missouri on an already 0-7 season. You rah-rah! As Fuller said, now let's go win the game as a team. But she first had to say on the Twitter, let's make history. She faulted in that tweet and said history instead of herstory. Almost as big of a miss as that kick was. Also, her addition in the tweet of the hashtag play like a girl sentiment is not only overplayed, in this very instance, it's offensive. I don't want everyone thinking that crap kick is the best the female gender can offer. But enough on Fuller. Vanderbilt's decision was almost as nutty as the woman in our next example of missing ladies. This worse than Karen self-proclaimed teacher is clearly unhinged as she yells at peaceful protesters of the lockdowns in Bend, Oregon. I just wish she was my kid's teacher, said no one ever. That lady is a teacher of children. Someone who's supposed to be a role model for our children. And then we have our politicians who biatch and moan about how teachers don't make enough money. Meanwhile, Nancy Pelosi is making all the monies and keeping it for herself, not allowing us average Joes and Josephines to survive. She admits it now regarding the stimulus plan. She would not pass a stimulus plan for months, but now that Joe Biden may be president, everything is hunky-dory. This way, the Democrats can take credit for everything while continue to blame President Trump for everything else. Duh.
Look, I'm going to tell you something. Don't characterize what we did before as a mistake, as a preface to your question, if you want an answer. That was not a mistake. It was a decision, and it has taken us to a place where we can do the right thing without other, shall we say, considerations in the legislation that we don't want. It is, and as I say, with a Democratic president committed to a scientific solution for this, with the idea that we will have a vaccine, it's a complete game changer from them.
Oh, yeah. Fear not, friends. The Democrats have tapped into having Nancy Pelosi as candidate to be Speaker again, though she promises this will be her last term. Let's be honest. She could easily be dead in 2 years. She's already 80, though her plastic surgery varies in age, and we know her hair is but a few months old. Right?
I think that that this salon owes me an apology for setting up.
Well, all of this comes about the same time we learned that next year the House plans to have 101 work days, which is a 25% reduction. Woohoo, more salon days for Nancy. Such a reduction in work should mean a 25% reduction in pay, but it won't. And it would be okay if they did reduce it because our most honorable, prestigious, and Looney Tune of the representatives will be just fine. Yes, you Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. AOC has her own merch line in the capitalist society she hates so much, so she can just hawk a few more shirts and she'll be able to get by. Or she could sling a few more drinks, whichever works.
All right, I'm glad that I didn't lose my touch.
You didn't lose your touch. You're still definitely a bartender.
I'm very proud of that.
But before we analyze her merch, let's talk about how she can't stop crying. She can't stop, won't stop, and she's trying to compete with Donald Trump for a tweeting title. The newest rant included her bartending and waitressing commentary, along, of course, with the hawking of her merch. So she tweets out how people are freaking out at the expense of her new merchandise, which includes a shirt that simply says, "Tax the rich." The shirt costs $58, down from $65, so naturally people should be happy. It's such a steal, in more ways than one. Yes, the socialist who hates capitalism wants you to buy a shirt for $58 plus $5 in shipping to wear a shirt that says, "Tax the rich." Ponder on that for a moment. I can't blame her. If AOC wasn't a hypocrite, what would she be? She needs to wear the most expensive pantsuits from Hillary Clinton's closet. She deserves it. Or something. In case you were wondering, here's some more of her merch line. For $65, you can get a green hoodie that says, "The Green New Deal." It has AOC written on the wrist, probably to indicate where you wipe your tears from all the crying her supporters do. If you can't afford that piece of crap, then just spend $27 to get a Pocahontas reminiscent t-shirt featuring AOC trying to figure out how high the sycamore will grow as she listens to the wolf cry to the blue corn moon. But beyond the colors of the wind, pay $27 to wear a t-shirt to support canceling student debt. Rather than pay the $27 toward your actual student debt, buy a crappy white t-shirt so you can wear your angst about being in debt. It's the AOC way. And later the same day, as being a huckster, AOC cried about crying in a walk-in cooler. In a tweet, she claimed that Republicans make fun of her for having been a waitress, and then she basically confessed that she doesn't know the difference between seltzer and sparkling water and could be found crying in the walk-in cooler when she was a waitress. Her tweet shows how she thinks only Democrats have had working-class jobs. In another tweet, she claimed that her job was physically difficult, and she didn't have good health care most of her adult life. She forgot to mention her lack of good health care coincided with Obamacare being available almost that entire time, but details. Put bluntly, she thinks she's better than you. These are the women of the week, my friends. These are the so-called ladies we have fighting to show strength and represent the courage of women. The ones who yah for all of us. What a sad state of affairs. These women are united in complaining about men and the double standard, which does not help anyone for anything. Remember, ladies, be your own person, and certainly be better than these non-ladies. Until next time, stay healthy, America. Hey team, you all know it takes a lot of work to get all of this together, and we continue to be demonetized by Facebook and YouTube. If you like hearing truth and common sense with a love for freedom, please join the Patriot Club with a one-time $99 tax-deductible donation, and you'll get this sweet vessel of joy as part of a thank you for joining the Patriot Club. All you have to do is visit patriotclub.us and become a Patriot member today. That's patriotclub.us. You'll be helping us so we can keep helping you.